Welcome to this month's edition of the Minnesota Market Moment. Hi, I'm Ron Pepka with Team Pepka at Keller Williams on the Water. Thank you so much for joining us today. In this episode, we will cover top questions like, are mortgage interest rates still on the rise? What factors actually control mortgage interest rates? And how long can we expect the current trend to continue? We'll also look at, are home values rising in our local area? Let's get into it. To get answers to this month's questions, please welcome our special guest, the one that provides the best service, the best rates, and the biggest smile, Candance Copeland from Bank of England.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Candance, what is the latest news from the Federal Reserve Board meeting this month?
The minutes from the Fed's June meeting showed that the Fed is planning an additional hike to the benchmark Fed funds rate this year.
Oh my.
This is the interest rate for the overnight borrowing for banks, and it is not the same as mortgage rates. When the Fed hikes the federal funds rate, they are trying to slow down the economy, curb inflation. The members decided against the rate hike, expressing concerns over economic growth.
When you say the overnight rate is not the same as mortgage interest rates, if the Federal Reserve only controls the overnight rates, what does affect consumer rates?
Yes, the Federal Reserve monetary policy does influence mortgage rates. However, there are many other factors.
I see. What are those factors?
Inflation. Lenders consider the future purchasing power of money when setting interest rates. Higher inflation expectations can lead to higher mortgage rates, as lenders try to maintain the real value of the interest rates earned on loans.
Well, that makes sense. What are the other factors?
The bond market. Mortgage interest rates are closely tied to the yields on long-term government bonds. As demand for bonds increases, their yields decrease, and vice versa. Mortgage rates typically follow the trend of long-term bond yields.
As far as one borrower compared to another borrower, can that influence the rates?
Well, credit score and risk profile. An individual's borrower's credit scores and risk profiles significantly influence the mortgage rate they are offered. Borrowers with higher credit scores and lower perceived risk are generally offered a better interest rate.
Candance, does the type of mortgage have anything to do with it?
Well, of course, Ron. FHA, VA, and conventional can vary in rates from week to week, as well as the term of the mortgage. For example, a 15-year mortgage will have a lower rate than a 30-year note. Fixed and adjustable rates will be different as well.
Candance, are there any programs that can give the buyers a break on those rates?
Well, Ron, yes, there is. We have a special program called the 2-1 Buy Down, whereas your first year's payment is 2% below your final rate, and the second year is 1% below your final rate.
That's amazing. The biggest question is, as a mortgage professional, do you see rates dropping to the 2021 levels? And if they do drop, when would that happen?
In 2021, interest rates were historically low due to the COVID-19 pandemic. With central banks implementing stimulus measures to support that economy, no one can predict the future.
Oh, you mean you're not Omar the Magnificent?
No, Ron.
Oh my.
With economic conditions are always subject to change, and interest rates will fluctuate with that accordingly.
Well put, Candance. Do you have any questions for me?
Well, Ron, all I know is that the interest rates are up. Just how does that affect the home values in our area?
The most recent statistics show that the median price rose 1% from the same quarter as last year. As far as the average price per foot, that actually fell 5.1%. The data would indicate that the values are holding. One last question, Candance. Where do sports teams go when they need new uniforms?
Where do sports teams go when they need new uniforms, Ron?
New Jersey, of course.
Oh, Ron.
Well, that's all for this month. Stay safe and be well.